You live in a time that is closer to the reign of Cleopatra than Cleopatra was to the construction of the pyramids at Giza. You live in a time that is closer to the construction of the Great Pyramid than the Great Pyramid was to the intentional burying of Göbekli Tepe. You might still live in a time that is closer to the creation of Göbekli Tepe than Göbekli Tepe was to the initial construction of Gunung Padang, an ancient stone pyramidal structure that was built atop an extinct volcano on the Indonesian island of West Java. And before you say, well, that just looks like a hill made by Mother Nature, not by the hand of man, this is what the 2,500-year-old Pyramid of the Sun at Teotihuacan looked like before it was recently restored. According to a recently published paper, the core of this Indonesian structure may date back as far as 27,000 years ago. But of course, not everyone agrees with the findings of this paper, because it is possible that a large portion of this structure was created by natural forces. So to put the possible age of Gunung Padang in perspective, according to the History Channel show Life After People, the Hoover Dam is no longer going to be recognizable after just 10,000 years of neglect. So if Gunung Padang, which means Mountain of Enlightenment, is anywhere near 20,000 years old or more, it rewrites our understanding of human history and civilizations. Now, normally I don't do this, but I'm going to go ahead and make a guarantee. Gunung Padang will not be the oldest structure that we ever find, because I believe that at some point in the future we'll find evidence of humanity's even more ancient past. And I believe this for two reasons. Number one is because I believe that our most ancient structures are probably not buried underground, but submerged underwater. And that's because beachfront property and sea level now is 400 feet higher than it was 10,000 years ago thanks to the Younger Dryas event. So every civilization and structure that was built along the ocean would have been erased. And the location on Earth that lost the most real estate in that event was around Indonesia. So the island that Gunung Padang currently sits on used to be part of a much larger landmass. So who knows what we may eventually find along the ancient shorelines of this area. Secondly, I believe that more discoveries will be made at known ancient megalithic sites. And these discoveries will force us to reassess the age of some of the oldest sites known to man, like the Temple of Jupiter in Baalbek, Lebanon, that is currently being attributed to the Roman Empire. But they might have just been the last contributor to that site, because on one single wall it appears that there's 3 different types of architecture and stonework present, with the upper levels being the smallest and crudest and the bottom layers being the largest and most precise, which might imply that the Roman Empire actually just found the site and simply decided to build on top of it. In other words, remnants of our truly ancient ancestors might be hiding in plain sight.